wanted to give you a quick update on our plants that we started. We did melons, we did tomatoes, and we did cucumbers. And we were not expecting the heat mat to work as good as it did, as well as it did. And I believe that next year I definitely do not want to put the melons on and the cucumbers on the heat mat. In the future, I think just starting them indoors would be fine. So we woke up 36 hours later after we planted them to very leggy plants. And I believe it was just the honeydew at that point. And so I put a grow light on them because I knew that as soon as they shoot up, you need the grow light on them. So I put the grow light on them, probably about this high up above them. And then I went to Instagram and I said, what do I do? Because I know just from, I started some lavender last year and that's what somebody had told me to do. So everybody told me to lower them to about an inch above the plant. And somebody even told me to put a fan on them. It'll help them get a little more stocky and sturdier and be a little more stable. So I did that and that helped the honeydew really well. In the meantime, all of a sudden, the watermelon, which was in another tray, shot up as well. And so I tried doing the same thing for them. And so far it has not helped much. And so I was working today and I had YouTube playing in the background and I was just listening to what everybody was saying. And I was listening to a video on a lady who was talking about leggy tomatoes. And she said there's 3 reasons why tomatoes get leggy. The first one is that you start them and you don't put the light on soon enough, so then you don't have enough light, so then they are shooting up towards the light. The second one is that you put too many in a pot or a tray or whatever, and so they're all kind of fighting each other, so they're shooting straight up instead of staying and getting bushier. And then the third reason, which is what I think we're dealing with here, is that they have too much heat at night. And I have not been turning our heat mat off at night because I have other seeds that still have yet to germinate. So these are all still on the heat mat at night. And so I think that that's our issue here. And so today I need to transplant. I'm going to just transplant them straight into a larger pot now. We do have time. I did start these melons pretty early because my hope was that I can put them here on the edge of the house so that we can actually have melon earlier in the year. And I want to make a cold frame for them, so I was hoping to put those melons in there. So I do have time if these can't be saved, these watermelon. I think the honeydew are actually looking pretty good, but follow with me and we will show you what we're doing with these plants today.
Alright, so this is what we're dealing with. These are all cucumbers. I think this one's a honeydew, but I'm not quite certain. So we're gonna put these ones in. This is a tomato. So those are kind of leggy, but they're doing pretty good. I think it got leggy because I had the light on this one up so high. But they're doing a lot better than they were. But we're gonna transfer them to bigger pots so that we can have the lights adjusted properly on them and get them squared away. Okay, so we bought some packs of these from Dollar Tree, and there's like 12 in a pack, it looks like. And so we're just gonna take our potting soil, we're gonna put some in there. I'm gonna use the top to this tray and put these in there, and then we'll put them on the stand with the light. We were originally gonna put them over here, but we found that getting the lights adjusted to the right height was going to be more of an issue than I thought, and we had a stand that fit these guys perfectly, so we're just going to use these. I wonder if I'm supposed to put something in the bottom of those so that all the dirt doesn't come out.
If the dirt is wet enough.
Give me some water. I have a watering can.
So is there going to be one pot for each plant, or?
Now, I've never really repotted plants before other than a few indoor plants. Prior to buying this farm, I couldn't keep anything alive, so this is really a huge stretch for me. So I'm only filling one pot right now with dirt, because then if I really mess it up, I only really messed up on one thing. And the dirt seems to be staying, so that's good. Now I think normally this is when I would need to either separate these or pinch one off or something, but since I have them in a pretty big pot, I'm just gonna leave them for now, and we'll see. I'll have to research that a little bit more, but I'd rather leave it in a little bit longer and actually know for sure than separate them and find out that I didn't need to, and then I lose a plant.
Are there roots going on?
Oh yeah, look at the roots already. That's kind of crazy, huh? Considering they're just a week old. I was not expecting them to take off that well. Okay, so this is what we have for the night. Tomorrow I need to mount these lights better so that they're right here, but so they're pointing straight down instead of in front of. But this is what we have. We have this shelf here. We have cucumbers and a few that I need to get more pots for tomorrow. And then we have the watermelon up here. And so that will get them off of the heat mat, and it'll get them under the light a little more. I have my little fan blowing on the watermelon. It's obviously a little tiny fan, so it's not blowing a lot, it's just a little bit. And then in an hour or two I will turn off the lights for the night, and then we will see how everything fares in the morning. Hopefully it's all good.